Feeling overwhelmed by anxiety? It's like a constant static in your head, making it hard to focus, relax, or just be yourself. If you're nodding along, know that you're not alone, and more importantly, there's hope. Today, we're not just talking about anxiety. We're talking about unlocking a sense of peace that you might feel is out of reach. We're going to dive into 8 proven practical strategies that can help you dial down the noise and find your calm. These aren't quick fixes, but powerful tools you can start using today to build a more resilient and peaceful mind. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit to help you navigate the waves of anxiety. Let's start with the most immediate tool you have, your breath. It sounds simple, I know, but deep breathing is a superpower. When you feel that familiar knot of anxiety tightening in your chest, your breathing often becomes shallow and rapid, signaling panic to your brain. We can reverse this. Let's try it together. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly expand. Hold that breath for a count of 4. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. That longer exhale as KEAT activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's built-in relaxation response. It's like flipping a switch from fight or flight to rest and digest. Practicing this for just a few minutes can lower your heart rate and bring a sense of immediate calm. It's a portable, free, and incredibly effective first line of defense. Next up, let's get moving. Strategy number 2 is regular exercise. When you're anxious, the last thing you might want to do is work out, but hear me out. Physical activity is nature's own anti-anxiety medication. When you exercise, your brain releases endorphins, which are powerful mood-boosting chemicals. They act as natural painkillers and create a feeling of well-being, often called a runner's high, but you don't have to run a marathon to feel it. A brisk walk, a dance session in your living room, a bike ride, or some gentle yoga can all do the trick. Exercise also helps reduce stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. The key is consistency. Aim for about 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. Think of it not as a chore, but as a dedicated time to burn off anxious energy and clear your head. Now, let's bring our attention to the present moment with our third strategy, mindfulness. Anxiety often lives in the future, replaying what-if scenarios over and over. Mindfulness is the practice of gently pulling your focus back to the here and now, without judgment. It's about noticing the world around you. What are 5 things you can see? 4 things you can feel? 3 things you can hear? 2 things you can smell? 1 thing you can taste? This simple grounding technique can interrupt the cycle of anxious thoughts. Meditation is a more formal way to practice mindfulness. Even 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly and focusing on your breath can rewire your brain to be less reactive to stress. There are amazing apps and guided meditations online that can help you get started. It's about training your attention muscle, and it gets stronger with practice. Strategy number 4 is all about connection, building your support network. Anxiety can be incredibly isolating, making you feel like you're the only one struggling. But sharing your feelings with someone you trust can lift a tremendous weight. A strong support system, whether it's friends, family, or a support group, provides a sense of belonging and emotional resilience. These are the people you can call when you're having a tough day, who can offer a different perspective or simply listen without judgment. It's not about finding someone to solve your problems, but about having people who remind you that you don't have to face them alone. If you feel like you don't have this network, consider joining a club, a class, or even an online community centered around a hobby you enjoy. Connection is a fundamental human need, and it's a powerful buffer against anxiety. Let's shift our focus to something positive with our 5th strategy, practicing gratitude. This might sound a bit cliché, but the science behind it is solid. When we're anxious, our brains are wired to scan for threats and focus on what's wrong. A gratitude practice intentionally shifts that focus to what's right. It retrains your brain to notice the good things in your life, no matter how small. At the end of each day, try writing down 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it was a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger, or the sun on your face. This isn't about ignoring your problems. It's about balancing your perspective. Over time, this simple habit can improve your mood, reduce stress, and foster a greater sense of overall well-being. It helps you see that even on difficult days, there is still good to be found. Our 6th strategy is a modern-day essential, limiting media consumption. We are constantly bombarded with information, news headlines, social media feeds, and emails. Much of this content is designed to be alarming to grab our attention, which can send our anxiety levels skyrocketing. This constant stream of negative news and social comparison is a major stress trigger. It's time to set some boundaries. Try designating specific times to check the news or social media, rather than scrolling endlessly. Unfollow accounts that make you feel anxious or inadequate. Consider a digital detox for an hour before bed or 1 day a week. Curating your information diet is just as important as curating your food diet. By being intentional about what you consume, you can create a more peaceful mental environment and significantly reduce your daily anxiety load. Strategy number 7 is all about you. Prioritizing self-care. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential for managing anxiety and preventing burnout. It's about intentionally doing things that soothe and rejuvenate you. What does self-care look like? It's different for everyone. It could be taking a long, warm bath. It could be reading a book in a quiet corner. It could be listening to your favorite music, spending time in nature, or engaging in a hobby you love, like painting or gardening. The key is that it's an activity you do just for you, with no goal other than to relax and recharge. Schedule self-care into your week, just like you would any other important appointment. When you consistently care for your own needs, you're telling yourself that you matter, which builds self-esteem and makes you more resilient to stress. Finally, our 8th and incredibly crucial strategy is sleep hygiene. Anxiety and sleep have a complicated relationship. Anxiety can make it hard to fall asleep, and a lack of sleep can make anxiety much worse. It's a vicious cycle. To break it, we need to practice good sleep hygiene. This means creating a consistent and relaxing bedtime routine. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for sleep, cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, TVs for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Instead, try reading a book, listening to calming music, or doing some gentle stretches. Prioritizing sleep is one of the most powerful things you can do for your mental clarity and emotional stability. So there you have it, 8 powerful strategies to help you unlock a sense of peace and manage anxiety. Remember to be patient and kind to yourself. These are practices, not perfect performances. Start with 1 or 2 that resonate with you and build from there. And if your anxiety feels overwhelming, please remember that it is a sign of strength, not weakness. To seek professional help from a therapist or counselor. They can provide personalized support and guidance on your journey. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope you found these strategies helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on mental well-being. Let me know in the comments which strategy you're going to try first. Take care and be well.